No pain, no gain, right? Wrong. That is a myth, and I want to explain why. And how it can also be a dichotomy, because as athletes, we want to push ourselves beyond the limits, and we want to get the maximum amount of gains that we possibly can, right? But we say no pain, no gain. And I think we take that way too far, because there's a thing that's called mechanical pain. There's structural pain, and there's joint pain that we absolutely want to move away from. And we think, I want to push myself to the limit, and I'm starting to feel pain. So for me, when the pain starts, that's when I get started, right? Wrong. It's the type of pain. When you get a deep burning muscle sensation, that's one thing. But when you start to structurally hurt the body and you're feeling the pain in all of the wrong places and you continue to push through it, you're going to develop something that's very chronic, guys. And that's what we want to move away from. Let me give an example. If I'm doing lunges and I'm feeling pain, that pain, as I'm going down, I'm starting to feel pain in my joints, in my knees, in my lower back. I'm starting to feel pain in that joint. That's telling me that I'm doing something wrong. And what that means is, if I'm feeling pain when I'm doing lunges, I'm most likely doing something else wrong also. But it may not be as much pressure, but a little bit of bad form over and over and over and over again that adds up, and it will eventually amount into an injury. So I want to move away from what's causing pain. When I feel pain, it's a signal to the body that something is wrong. So I need to listen to my body. Oftentimes when we're doing a movement, you can't structurally see what's wrong. You have to feel that exercise. And if you don't know what to feel for, you're going to do it wrong, and eventually you're going to damage that joint. And sometimes they're the smallest of movements, but the wrong movement and damaging movements. So we want to be real careful with that. And I'll show you in just a few minutes how you can do exercises that damages the damages the joint, but it actually works the muscle. You want to be real careful though, because you want to work the muscle, take the pressure off the joint so that you're not damaging the joint. So in essence, what I'm saying to you is no pain, no gain is a myth to a huge extent. You've got to perform the exercise correctly. I'm going to give you an example. Come with me. Okay, I'm going to use the leg extensions for an example. So I've got my legs in position. This is an example. I don't have a lot of weight on there. And my objective is to get my leg from here to here. Whatever it takes, I've got to get it there, right? So I'm in this position and no pain, no gain. So I'm going to take that weight and get it out there, right? And again, that very first, the initial movement is completely on the joint. So as I'm in this position, I'm forcing the pressure forward. All of the pressure is on that knee joint. And as I extend, if my hamstrings are not flexible, it won't allow me to do this exercise properly. So I've got to thrust that weight into the position I want it to be in. Now, the next day, I'm feeling pain and I'm feeling soreness, but it's not in the quadricep. It's in the joint. I need to rethink that. Instead of saying, man, I had a good leg workout yesterday, my knees are hurting. That is a bad sign, guys. But when you say I had a great workout yesterday, man, my quads are a little bit sore, and I feel good about that workout. If the joint is hurting, something is desperately wrong. It is not no pain, no gain. That's the kind of pain you want to run from. Your body is giving you a signal that you have just did something that was ultimately wrong and bad. I mean, it is an X, no good for you. So the objective here is when my legs are in position, I want to contract from the hip flexor. I've got pressure now, taking pressure off the joint. Now the quad is actually flexed in that position. So now that I'm in this position, I'm going to squeeze the quad and extend that leg forward. If I don't have good hamstring flexibility, I'll get this high and I'll start feeling this. That means my hamstrings are weak, and every other time I've been doing that exercise, instead of pulling with the hip flexor, I'm allowing my hips to go forward to finish this exercise, almost in a standing position. So if I can't keep the hips rotated back and extend, my hamstrings are way too tight. So I cannot get in proper position. And if this happens with my leg extensions, guess what? It's happening with my squats. I cannot get in the proper position, so I'm putting an excessive amount of pressure on the joint. And I'm steady saying, no pain, no gain. I'm lifting with a smaller guy. And then I'm lifting with the smaller guy. The next day, we're lifting exactly the same weight. Next day, he says, I'm not sore. And you say, oh, I am so sore in my legs. You must have did something wrong. No, he didn't do something wrong. You did. Your joints are sore. Now, in the next video, I'm going to talk about muscle soreness and no pain and no gain. But I hope this gave you and verified some things that could help you continue to work out, because we're in this for longevity. We don't want you to be injured. We want you to run from injury, because you can work the muscle, destroy the joint, and eventually you won't be able to work the muscle anymore. No pain, no gain is a myth to a huge extent. Make sure it's muscle, it's pain in the muscle and not in the joint. Till next time, God bless you.